Title: My Son, Run Against Time Before It's Too Late. Emotional father-son motivation story 10 to 12 minutes. Hook, midnight to 0:45. A father looked into his son's eyes and said, "Son, one day you'll have all the money in the world, but if you lose time today, no amount of money will ever buy it back." Those words changed the boy's life forever. If you're wasting your time, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, this story is for you. Part 1: The boy who kept saying, tomorrow. The boy was talented. He dreamed of becoming successful. Every night he made big plans. Tomorrow I'll wake up early. Tomorrow I'll study harder. Tomorrow I'll start working on my dream. But tomorrow never came. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Months became years. His friends were moving ahead, while he was still making excuses. Part 2: The Father's Lesson. One evening, the father called his son outside. The sun was setting. He asked, "What do you see?" The boy replied, "The sunset." The father smiled. "Exactly. Did you notice? The sun never waits for anyone. Every second it keeps moving. Time behaves the same way. Whether you're ready or not, it moves. If you stand still, life leaves you behind." Part 3: The Truth About Success. The father continued. People think success belongs to the smartest. They're wrong. Success belongs to the person who respects time. Asterisk every millionaire. Asterisk every champion. Asterisk every legend. They all had the same 24 hours you have today. The only difference is, they didn't waste them. Part 4: The Invisible Enemy. The father pointed at the boy's phone. This little screen steals hours without making a sound. One more video. One more scroll. One more game. Suddenly, half your day is gone. And your dreams become smaller. Not because you're weak, but because your time disappeared. Part 5: Run Against Time. The father held his son's shoulders. "Son, you're not competing with your friends. You're not competing with your neighbors. You're racing against time. Every sunrise is another chance. Every sunset is one less opportunity. Run before regret catches you." Part 6: The boy changed. The next morning, no alarm had to ring twice. He woke up before sunrise. He exercised. He studied. He learned new skills. He failed. He tried again. Every single day. He became just 1% better. 1 year later, people called him lucky. But nobody saw the thousands of hours he invested. Part 7: The Final Message. Years later, the father had grown old. His son was finally successful. He hugged his father and whispered, "Dad, your greatest gift wasn't money. It wasn't property. It was teaching me that time is life." The father smiled and said, "Remember, money lost can be earned again. Health lost can sometimes return. But time lost never comes back." Ending: powerful call to action. So if you're watching this, don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for next month. Don't wait for next year. Start today. Because every second you delay, your future becomes smaller. Run against time, before it's too late. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Sometimes, one lesson at the right moment can change an entire life. Part 2: My Son, the World Doesn't Owe You Anything. Continuation of the father-son motivation story. Opening. A few months had passed. The boy had become disciplined. He woke up early. He worked hard. He believed success would come quickly. But life had different plans. One day, after another rejection, he came home frustrated. He threw his bag on the floor and said, "Dad, I've done everything right. Why is life still unfair?" The father looked at him calmly and replied, "Sit down, son. Today, you'll learn the lesson that separates dreamers from achievers. The hardest truth." The father said, "Son, the world doesn't owe you success just because you worked hard for a few months. It doesn't owe you respect because you're a good person. It doesn't owe you opportunities because you deserve them. Life rewards consistency, not complaints." The boy stayed silent. The words hurt. But deep inside, he knew they were true. Stop waiting for fairness. The father picked up 2 seeds. He planted one in fertile soil. The other fell on a rocky path. Then he asked, "Is life fair to both seeds?" The boy answered, "No." The father nodded. "Exactly. But the stronger seed keeps growing anyway. Don't waste your energy asking why life is unfair. Use that energy to become stronger. No one is coming to save you." The father continued, "One day you'll realize something important. Nobody is coming to rescue you. No rich uncle. No miracle. No perfect opportunity. The person who can change your life is the one staring back at you in the mirror every morning." The decision. That night, the boy stood in front of the mirror. For the first time, he stopped blaming his teachers. He stopped blaming his luck. He stopped blaming his circumstances. He whispered, "From today, my future is my responsibility." Ending. The father smiled proudly. "Remember this forever, son. The world may not give you what you want. But if you refuse to quit, keep learning, and keep moving, you'll build a life no one can take away. Never wait for the world to change. Become the person who changes your own world." To be continued. Part 3, My son, pain is your greatest teacher. Continuation of the father-son motivation story. Opening. Months turned into years. The boy had become stronger. He was disciplined. He worked harder than ever. But one day, he failed. The business he had started collapsed. His savings disappeared. The people who once praised him began to laugh. That night, he returned home with tears in his eyes. He looked at his father and asked, "Dad, why does life keep hurting me?" The father didn't answer immediately. Instead, he handed his son a piece of coal and a diamond. The lesson of the diamond. The father asked, "Which one is more valuable?" "The diamond," the boy replied. The father smiled. "Do you know what a diamond was before it became a diamond? It was ordinary carbon. The only difference was that it survived years of unimaginable pressure." He looked into his son's eyes. Pressure didn't destroy it. Pressure revealed its true value. Pain isn't your enemy. The father continued. Most people run away from pain. But champions learn from it. Pain teaches patience. Failure teaches wisdom. Loss teaches gratitude. Discipline teaches freedom. Every scar you carry is proof that you survived something meant to break you. The people who leave. The boy asked, "What about the people who left me when I failed?" The father smiled gently. "Son, not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Some people come as blessings. Others come as lessons. Never chase people who walk away. The right people will respect the person you're becoming." The decision. The next morning. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, the boy opened his notebook. He wrote down every mistake he had made. Then he started again. Not with more confidence, but with more wisdom. This time, he wasn't chasing success. He was chasing growth. Ending. The father placed his hand on his son's shoulder and said, "Remember this forever. Easy roads create weak people. Hard roads create strong character. If life is testing you today, it may be preparing you for a future bigger than you can imagine. So don't fear pain, my son. Let it shape you into someone who can never be broken." To be continued.